What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gray Rabbit Finance. I'm your host, Tyler, and today I'm going to be updating the Ichimoku technical analysis for all the major Forex pairs for the week of November 5th to the 10th. Let's hop in. Okay, guys, we're going to start here on AUD CAD on the monthly chart since we just got a monthly candle close. And now, for anyone new to the channel, the orange flags are ranging pairs. The pink flags are the special pairs I'm looking to trade this week, and the blue pairs are also pairs I'm looking to trade this week once they break out. And so guys, last month we had a bullish candle close, and it looks like we're going to retrace back up to this Senko Span B level here, which is the 0.90392 level. And so if we look at the weekly chart, you can see price has retraced back above the Kijun-sen. We have Senko Span B flat, Senko Span A is pointing up, Tenkan-sen's pointing up, and the Kijun-sen is flat. So if we go down for even more detail on the on the daily chart, you guys can see that we have broken out of the Senko Span B, so we have 3 out of the 3 Senyoko Kyoten signals. We have the gold cross, Chico span above the candles, and now price has broken on an N wave above the Senko Span B here. But overall, guys, this bullish Kumo cloud is too small, it's too thin, and we're going to need more steam to build up in that before we can trust this trend. And so this week, I'm expecting this to retrace and to just be a ranging market, so I'm not looking to trade this pair this week. Okay, now we're on AUD Swiss franc on the monthly chart. And so last month, guys, we had a bearish candle close, but right now we're just sort of in this ranging consolidation here. And we've got the Tenkan-sen pointing down, the Kijun-sen flat, Senko Span A pointing down, and Senko Span B flat. This bearish Kumo cloud is still too small to trust. And so this month we could see retracement back up to these levels to get more steam built up in this cloud. And if we look at the weekly chart here, so it looks like we've had a double bottom here. And so if we get price to close above this Kijun-sen, this is going to start moving in the opposite direction here. So right now, guys, and you can see even on the daily, that we have the Chico span just overlapping the candles up and down, and we have Kumo cloud twist. So this is just a ranging market, and I will not be trading this pair this week. Okay guys, now this is one of the special pairs. This is AUD Japanese yen on the monthly. And so as you can see on this N wave that we've got, we had a nice retracement back down to this 0.618 level. So that's showing me that the market has reset. And now we have price moving higher. And so we need to first break this first resistance level here, which is the 97.676 level. And then once we break the next resistance level, the 99.013 level, we can confirm this N wave up. And so I'm going to be targeting this one level here, which is the 103.408, and be looking to get an entry on the breakout slightly before, depending on the structure of the lower time frames. But if we look at the weekly chart, guys, you can see that we have a nice price action that's moving up. We got some higher lows here, and so this looks like we're going to break out in this direction to me. And we've got a nice bullish Kumo cloud forming. We've got the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen pointing up and Senko Span A, and so now we're just waiting for Senko Span B to point up. So guys, overall this is looking pretty bullish on the weekly. And if we look at the daily chart, we're seeing the same thing. Except, like I said, guys, this is a really thin, small, bullish Kumo cloud. And so we're going to need to break a few of these resistance levels and get some pullbacks to build up more steam in this cloud. And so we can expect that steam to be built up once we get through these resistance levels here. And that's when we're going to be looking to enter the trend, because we'll be able to trust it then. So keep an eye on that. I'm not sure if this is going to happen exactly this week, so we need to keep an eye first on this first resistance level, which is the 97.676 level. Okay, now we're at AUD US dollar on the monthly chart. And so last month we closed with a bearish candle, but it looks like we're getting a double bottom here. And we have the Tenkan-sen pointed down, the Kijun-sen is flat, and we are starting to get a bearish Kumo cloud twist, but that hasn't formed yet. And we still have these really long flat levels of the Senko Span B. So I'm expecting price to retrace this month. And if we look at the weekly chart, you can see price has already broken above the Tenkan-sen and is starting to retrace back to the Kijun-sen here. So everything is flat, and this is just a ranging market right now. And even on the daily, we're starting to get a gold cross, we're getting the Chico span above the candles, and we have price now in the Kumo cloud and a bullish Kumo cloud twist forming. So guys, this is a ranging market, and this week I'm not going to be looking to trade this pair. Okay guys, CAD Swiss franc on the monthly chart. Right now, the Tenkan-sen, the Kijun-sen are flat, Senko span A and B are flat. It looks like we're just consolidating here between this resistance level, the 0.68296, and this support level, 0.64597. So guys, this is just a ranging market, but we do have a nice bearish Kumo cloud forming. And so with that in mind, this could mean that we break below this support level here. And so if we look at the weekly chart, this is a really nice bearish Kumo cloud structure. So I see that this is a nice structure here. We've had a nice consolidation. We've had a few touches on the support line, but we do have a gold cross here. So we have one out of the Senyoku Koten signals, but I'm expecting that to reverse back over because Chico span is still below the candles. And so guys, this is going to be a ranging market this week. Now we can see that in more detail on the daily chart. So Chico span's overlapping the candles. Boom, boom, boom. We have Kumo cloud twist, right? And so this week I'm expecting this just to be a ranging market. So we need to wait for the breakout of this support level, which is the 0.64597. And then we can target this next support level down here at the 0.61217. But until that happens, guys, I'm expecting this to be a ranging market this week, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay guys, we are here on CAD Japanese yen on the monthly chart. And so last month we had a bearish candle close, but we had a nice strong wick pushing price up. And so overall on the monthly, this is pretty bullish, but we have Tenkan-sen flat, the Kijun-sen's pointing up, and the Senko span A is pointing up, and Senko span B is pointing up. And so what I'm going to be looking for is a break of this resistance level. That's the 111.171 level to confirm the trend up. And you can see that we had a nice retracement back to this 0.618 level. So we've had a nice reset on the market there. And if we go to the weekly chart, you can see that we have a nice Kumo cloud structure forming, and price is just getting back above the Tenkan-sen. We have the Kijun-sen pointing up, Senko span A up, and the B is flat. So we need to break this resistance level to get all those lines pointing up. And when we do, I'm going to be targeting and looking for an entry and targeting this 1.272 level, which is at the 116.411 level. And if we look at the daily chart, you guys see we have a little cup and handle here. And so I'm expecting that to break up. But we're going to need a little bit more price action, and we're going to need price to get up and break this resistance level. So I'm waiting for the breakout on that level. So guys, keep an eye on that, but that's what I've got for CAD Japanese yen. Okay guys, we're here Swiss franc Japanese yen on the monthly. And so overall this is a nice bullish trend, but we got Tenkan-sen flat, Kijun-sen pointing up, Senko span A pointing up, and Senko span B flat. We have a nice N wave here, and I've used this to do a Fibonacci extension. And so I'm going to be targeting this one level here, which is the 171.389. So I'm going to need the resistance to be broken. So this is 168.422. Once we get a close above that, I'm going to be looking for an entry and targeting up here at this one level. So guys, if we look at the weekly chart too, we have a really nice bullish Kumo cloud. Price has just been supported on the Tenkan-sen. But Tenkan-sen's flat, Kijun-sen's flat, and Senko span A and B are flat. So we need price to close above this resistance level I just called out. And if we look at the daily, you can see too on the daily that we've had a nice consolidation period, and now Chico span is back above the candles. And so I'm hoping that we get a nice N wave up to these levels. And so I'm going to be looking for a breakout of this resistance level this week, hopefully this week or into the next. And this is for Swiss franc Japanese yen. Okay guys, now we're here on Euro AUD on the monthly chart, and so you can see that price has come up and it's getting resisted here at the bottom of this bearish Kumo cloud. So I'm expecting price to break back down and retrace back this month down to these Kijun-sen levels. And you can see that overall on the weekly chart, this is pretty bullish, but we have what looks like to be an N wave coming down, and we had a bounce on the Kijun-sen here, and it looks like we're going to get a close below this support level, which is the 1.63213 level. And I can tell that because if we look at the daily chart, we have price now breaking below the Senko Span B, and we're getting a bearish Kumo cloud forming. And so we are expecting to get an N wave, or at least another touch onto this support line here. And so guys, this week, this is just going to be a ranging market, and I'm not going to be looking to trade it. Okay, now we're on Euro CAD on the monthly. And so as you can see, price has retraced back up into this bottom of the Kumo cloud here, and price has just been consolidating around these levels. Last month was a really bullish candle, but now we're starting to form a little doji candle here. And so overall, guys, on the weekly, we have everything is flat. The Kijin, we have a death cross, we have Chico span below the candles, and we have the Kijin-sen, Tenkan-sen flat, and we have the Senko span A and B looking like they're about to form a twist soon. And so right now, guys, this is just a ranging market. And if we look on the daily too, you can see that we have the Chico span overlapping the candles and the Kumo cloud twisting. We do have a bullish Kumo cloud forming, but this is way too small to trust. And it looks like price has been getting resisted at this top of this trend line here. So this week, guys, this is just a ranging market, and I'm most likely not going to be trading this pair. Okay, guys, this is Euro Swiss franc on the monthly. And right now we have the Tenkan-sen flat, the Kijin-sen's pointing down, Senko span A and B are pointing down. So overall, this is bearish on the monthly. But if we go down to look for more detail on the weekly chart, you can see that right now we just have a ranging consolidating market. Price has formed a double bottom here, and we're retracing back above the Kijin-sen. We do have a bearish Kumo cloud formed here, which is starting to get more steam in it, which I like to see. But we're going to need to wait until we consolidate a little bit more and then break this support level here, which is the 0.94176. And once price closes below this level, I'm going to be looking to enter, and we could be looking to target one of these first Fibonacci extension levels here, around the 9.92276 level. But until that happens, guys, you can see too on the daily chart here that we have the Chico span overlapping the candles, and we had price just break out through the Senko span B. So this is just overall, guys, a ranging market, and I'm not going to be trading this pair this week. Okay, Euro British Pound on the monthly. And so, guys, you can see we retraced last month back up into the bottom of this Kumo cloud, and it looks like we're starting to get resisted and bounce back off. And so, overall, this is just a ranging market. We have the Chico span tracing the candles. The Kumo cloud is still too flat here, so there's no trend in this market here on the monthly. But if we look at the weekly chart, also we see the same thing. We have a gold cross, but we have Chico span below the candles. So we do have a bearish Kumo cloud, but this is just a ranging market right now. And if we look at the daily chart, this is actually bullish on the daily chart. So guys, but also we have price now breaking below the Kijin-sen. So I'm expecting this just to be a ranging market this week, and I'm not going to be looking to trade this pair. Okay, guys, we're here Euro JPY on the monthly. And so last month was a pretty bullish candlestick here. But this month here, we haven't really seen too much of the price action yet. We still have 25 days left. But the Tenkan-sen and the Kijin-sen are flat, and the Senko span A and B are flat. But overall, we have a nice Kumo cloud structure, so this is bullish on the monthly. Now, if I look at the weekly chart, this is also very bullish. And right now we have price, above this resistance level here, which was the 159.766. So Tenkan-sen's pointing up, Kijin-sen's up, Senko span A and B are both up. So guys, this is bullish on the weekly, and that's why I have this marked as a pink pair. Now, if we go to the daily chart, we've had a nice long consolidation here, and now we have price action starting to come up in a really bullish channel. We've had price break above this resistance level, come back and retest. And so once we break above this resistance level, the 160.853, I'm going to be looking for an entry, and I'm going to be targeting this 163.382 level. So guys, hopefully that happens this week. This is a special pair I'm going to be looking at, and that's Euro Japanese Yen. Okay guys, Euro USD on the monthly chart. So last month closed as a doji. So this is usually a signal of a reversal, and now we have a nice bullish candle forming. So if we look at the weekly chart, guys, you can see that we had 3 out of the 3 Senyoku Kyoten signals. So we had the gold cross, Chico span above the candles, and we had an N wave break out of the Sankerspan B in a bullish Kumo cloud form. But now we recently had a death cross and the Chico span come back below the candles. So right now this is just a ranging market with the price in the Kumo cloud. And if we look at the daily chart is actually bearish, but also ranging right now because we have a bearish Kumo cloud, but we have a gold cross and Chico span above the candles. And so if we get a break of Sankerspan B on the daily chart, this is going to be starting to be the beginning of a bullish trend. But overall, guys, this is a ranging market, and I'm not going to be looking to trade this pair this week. Okay, guys, now we're here, British Pound AUD on the monthly chart. And so right now, on the monthly chart, we don't really have a bullish or a bearish Kumo. I mean, we have this bearish Kumo, but this is kind of just flat right now. But one thing I'm seeing here is that the Kijun-sen is flat, and we have a bearish candle forming after last month's bullish. And so if we go down to the weekly chart, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So right now we have, it looks like we're about to form a death cross here on the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen. And I'm expecting this to be an N wave reversing back down to this support level here, which is the 1.85006. And so if we can get that, we get the Chico span to get below the candles, and we get the death cross, I'm going to be targeting this support level. And right now, if we look at the daily chart, you can see that we've had price. We had 3 out of the 3 Senyoko Gyukoten signals. We had a death cross here. We had the Chico span below the candles, and we had price break below the Sankerspan B, which is this thick white line. And now we've had a retest back up on this level. We did have a gold cross here, but I'm expecting this to reverse, and I'm waiting for this support level to break. So guys, this week, if we can get this support level to break and price close below the 1.88997, we're going to be able to target this level down here, which is the 1.85006. And so that's what I'm looking for on this N wave. So keep an eye on that. This is a special pair, British Pound AUD. Okay guys, now we're on British Pound Swiss franc on the monthly. And so last month we had a really long wick on this bearish candle here. So this is showing me that there's a lot of support here at this 1.07831 level. And now we got a bullish candle forming, which looks like it might close above the Tenkan-sen. But we have the Kijun-sen pointing down and Sankerspan A, but we have Sankerspan B flat. And so if we look at the weekly chart, guys, you can just see right now we just have a ranging market with the Chico span overlapping the candles, and we don't really have a clearly defined Kumo cloud. And so I go down to the daily chart too, and I see the same things. The Chico span is just tracing the candles. We have a little bit of a bearish Kumo forming, but then now it looks like a bullish twist is about to happen. So guys, for me, this is just a ranging market, and I'm going to be avoiding to trade this pair this week. Okay, now we're on British Pound CAD on the monthly. And so last month, it looks like we had a bullish candle form, and we had price close back above the Tenkan-sen. So on the monthly, this is looking like it's a little bit more bullish. But we do have price here hitting into the bottom of Sankerspan B, which it got resisted at. So maybe we get a double top, or maybe we lose steam and we go lower. But let's look at the weekly time frame. So guys, look, on the weekly time frame, you have a bullish Kumo cloud. But right now, the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen are flat, and the Chico span is tracing the candles. So this is just a ranging market right now. And on the daily, we actually have a bearish Kumo cloud, but we actually have 3 out of the 3 Senyoko Koten signals. So we got a gold cross, Chico span above the candles, and we have price closing above the Sankerspan B, but we still don't have the bullish Kumo cloud twist yet. And so guys, what this tells me is that we don't have a trend that we can trust yet on the daily, and this is just going to be a ranging market this week, so I'm not going to be trading this pair. Okay, British Pound Japanese Yen, and I have this marked as blue. So I'm waiting for the breakout of this resistance level. This is the 186.771 level. Overall, in the monthly chart, this is pretty bullish. We have price above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. Tenkan-sen's pointing up, Kijun-sen's flat, Sankerspan A is up, and Sankerspan B is flat. And so to confirm the trend up, we're going to need price to close above this resistance level. And on the weekly chart, guys, we've had some consolidation here. It looks like the Tenkan-sen is supporting the price right now. So we're going to need to wait and see if we break this resistance or the support level first. But overall, this looks bullish. We have a nice Kumo cloud structure, but right now Kijun-sen is flat, so price could get attracted back down to this. But I'm hoping that this week we just get a breakout of this resistance level. And if we look at the daily chart, you can see too that after this consolidation, we got a bearish Kumo cloud twist, but now we're starting to get a bullish one. So once we break the resistance and we get a retest back on the resistance, we're going to have more steam and we're going to be able to trust this trend more. So I'll be looking for the breakout, and I'll also be looking for the retest. And depending on how the lower time frames look, that's how I will determine where to enter. But yeah, guys, keep an eye on this because it looks like this could be breaking out from this resistance level soon. Okay, guys, British pound, US dollar on the monthly. And so it looks like last month we had a bearish candle close here. It's kind of a sort of a doji looking candle. And now it looks like a bullish candle starting to form. And so if we look at the weekly chart here, price has come back and been supported here on the Senko span A. But we do have a death cross and the Chico span below the candles. And so we're going to need a close below the Senko span B to show us that there's a new trend in the bearish direction on the weekly chart. But until then, this is just going to be a ranging market. And guys, look, this is the daily chart. And so we had a nice consolidation in this range between this level here, the 1.23376 and the 1.20372. And it looks like price is breaking above out of this range. And so this just shows me that price is in the Kumo cloud, and this is going to just be a ranging market this week. And I'm most likely not going to be trading this pair. Okay, guys, New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen on the monthly. Right now we have a nice bullish Kumo cloud, but we have the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Senko span A and B all flat. So we're going to need price to close above the 90.202 level to confirm this trend up. And if we look at the weekly, we've had a nice long consolidation period, and we're starting to get another bullish Kumo cloud here with more steam. And so we will need that close above the resistance level to confirm the trend up as well. And if we look at the daily, you can see, guys, that we've been supported along this channel, this trend channel, price moving up, right? And so this is looking bullish to me. However, this Kumo cloud is still a little bit small. So if we break out of this level, this week I'm going to be looking for the retest to get more steam in the cloud and looking at the lower time frames to determine the overall bullishness and structure of the Kumo clouds on all time frames. And hopefully between this week and next week, we can look for the breakout in this pair. Okay, guys, USD CAD monthly chart. Last month was a very bullish candle that went into this resistance here. And it looks like we're getting a 2-bar reversal here. So you can see that the Kijun-sen's flat. But overall, the Kumo clouds, there's really no structure here to determine any trend on the monthly. And if we look here at the weekly chart too, we have overlapping Kumos and Chico span here, so this is just a ranging market right now. We're going to need price to break above these resistance levels, the 1.38991 and the 1.39780. And if we look at the daily chart, now the daily chart is getting pretty nice bullish Kumo here, but we did get a retracement all the way back down to this Kijun-sen level. So right now I'm just expecting price to be ranging this week, and most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, US dollar, Swiss franc monthly chart. Last month we had a really wide range here on this doji looking bearish candle. So this is showing me that it looks like we're reversing now off of this resistance at the Kumo cloud. We have a bearish Kumo cloud forming, but this is still pretty flat on the monthly, so no real trend can be determined. And now if we look at the weekly chart, we have a nice bearish Kumo cloud here. Nice structure, but it looks like we have a gold cross and the Chico span is now above the candles. So overall, guys, this is just ranging right now. And on the daily chart, we actually have a bullish Kumo. So guys, but we have a death cross and we have the Chico span below the candles. So this is just going to be ranging right now. I'm not going to be looking to trade this pair this week. Okay, guys, USD, Japanese yen on the monthly. Looks like we were resisted here with a double top. Like I mentioned last week, that I was pretty certain that the Central Bank of Japan was going to be defending their currency against this resistance level here. So I know that there's been a lot of articles and news around the Japanese Central Bank selling US treasuries to defend their currency. So I am expecting the price to retrace off of this double top. But if we look now at the weekly chart, we do have a bullish Kumo. It's still a little bit small, needs a little bit more steam, but Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Senko-span A and B are both pointing up. So this is pretty bullish. And also on the daily chart, we have a bullish Kumo, but it looks like price is starting to close below the Kijun-sen, and this is Senko-span A and B are flat. So this week, I'm just expecting this to be a ranging market, and I'm not going to be looking to trade this pair. Okay, let's go quickly through all the data being released and the news for this week. So guys, I'm going to just scroll through this. Feel free to pause if you need to check it out in more detail. I'll also put a link to this in the description below. This is called fxstreet.com, and I always make sure I check to make sure no data is being released and we don't have any of these high impact rate decisions or anything happening before I enter a trade. That's just to be safe. We have to be careful, and we need to make sure we know what's going on in the news. And so guys, looks like nothing on Sunday, November 5th, but Monday, November 6th, we have something from the AUD. We have an interest rate decision, so watch out for that. And on Tuesday, we have New Zealand dollar inflation expectations for Q4. Watch out for that. Wednesday, November 8th, Euro harmonized index of consumer prices. Watch out for that. British pound, watch out for Governor Bailey's speech on Wednesday, November 8th also. Euro retail sales, Fed Chair Powell speech. And then we have, we're not following this pair, so we'll skip that. AUD on Thursday, November 9th, money supply M2. Watch out for that. Friday, November 10th, British pound, watch out for the GDP numbers for Q3 being released. And also watch out for the US dollar Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this analysis. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thank you again for being here. And until next week, peace.